The new iPhone 6s is out, and our favorite feature is the 4K video.
We're going to try it against two more serious cameras, the GoPro Hero 4 Black and the Sony a7R II, but first, let's check it out against the Samsung Galaxy S6. The Samsung video is more saturated by default, but when we edit it, we almost always have to reduce the saturation. Unless you're J.J. Abrams, you'll prefer the way the iPhone looks when shooting into the sun. The Samsung has a lot of flaring. Both cameras focus quickly, even in low light. However, the iPhone crops heavily when recording 4K video to about 34mm, while the Samsung was more wide angle. We like the extra zoom of the iPhone. In low light, the Samsung's faster lens and bigger pixels created a much cleaner image. We increased the brightness of this footage in Premiere Pro. The Samsung has optical image stabilization, which greatly improves handheld video. The iPhone 6 lacks this, but the bigger iPhone 6s Plus has it. If you're an Apple lover and you want to shoot 4K video, you might be happier with the 6s Plus and some bigger pockets. We were able to drop the Samsung video clips directly into Premiere Pro. However, we still have to transcode it to make the audio sync properly. You have to transcode the iPhone clips before even bringing the video into Premiere Pro, which is inconvenient but not a deal breaker. We consider the Samsung to be a slightly better 4K video camera because of the low light video quality and the optical image stabilization. However, we preferred the better optics and the more telephoto angle of view with the iPhone 6s, and the iPhone 6s Plus would give us that image stabilization that we want.
Up next is the iPhone versus the GoPro Hero 4 Black. The great thing about the GoPro is being able to stick it anywhere. We use them constantly for that. However, the fisheye lens means we almost always have to crop it heavily, and we never really get that full 4K detail. Side by side with the new iPhone, the video quality looks similar. Of course, the iPhone has a display which the GoPro completely lacks, but the difference we found was the angle of view. Image quality and dynamic range were just about the same. In summary, we feel we can use the iPhone as a more telephoto B-roll camera when we don't need the weatherproofing of the GoPro.
Now let's have a completely unfair test against the Sony a7R II, which goes for $3,300 without the lens. Okay, this test is completely unfair. However, we did a blind test in the office and the iPhone won. The iPhone had better color with the default settings, and its auto exposure system adjusted properly to avoid blowing out these highlights. Of course, the real benefit of any interchangeable lens camera is being able to change the lens. In low light, being able to use an f4 lens on the Sony in APS-C mode give us nice clean images. We often use full frame lenses to get shallow depth of field, like in these examples.
We were really happy with the 4K video on the iPhone 6s. The Samsung S6, however, had image stabilization and is better in low light. But you could always move up to the iPhone 6s Plus, and then you have image stabilization. It performs the same in low light.
You're never going to match the flexibility of an interchangeable lens camera, but we feel like the iPhone can be mixed in with our footage from our more serious cameras. And as far as a camera for on the go, a discrete camera that nobody will look twice at, iPhone 6s is perfect.
Yeah, and I'm really excited that phones are getting better for pictures and video because, like we always say, the best camera is the one you have with you.
Thanks. Subscribe, like,